Welcome to the Drosscast podcast interviews. This will be our second one. First one was Kat, and I sound a little better, I think, than I did the last time, but I'm still getting over a sickness, so, I still sound like hell. But this time, I have the wonderful Awko here. Awko, say something to everybody.
Hey everybody, your Weeaboo's here.
Yes, I guess I should change this. This is not the Drosscast. This is just going to be a giant weeb fest because that is probably, aside from Kat, probably mine and Akko's biggest, similarity.
Yeah.
I also feel like we're kindred spirits in ways because we enjoy similar things. So.
Yeah, similar.
We
do find out that we have a lot more in common almost
right.
every time we meet.
Yeah, every time we meet, we find out, we're more and more alike. And that's kind of the joke of the group because I'm married to Bob. You are married to Kat.
Yep.
I'm best friends with Kat, and you and Bob get along relatively well. But I feel like Kat and Bob are almost the same person, personality-wise. Like energy-wise. And you and me are pretty much the same person. And so it's like...
It's like today how we found out we both hate spiders.
Yes.
And we both make our significant other handle that.
Yes. So I just think that's kind of funny.
Yep.
But I think this is also probably going to be the most true to life interview just because out of Kat and Bob, I probably know you the least. Not that I don't know you, but I probably know the least about you. So this is going to be a true interview because I can...
From your viewpoint.
Right.
Because I probably know Bob the least out of the four.
Well, right. But Bobby is not the one interviewing you.
No. But.
So, fuck him. No. But... Although I, out of the three, I probably know you the least, I haven't known you the least, though, because I met you before you met Kat, and met you before I met Bob.
I have very little memory of all this.
Right. I mean, it was like a one-time, spin-off encounter that we found out later once Kat and Awko started dating. We're like, oh yeah, you're that guy.
You're that only person I talked to that I actually had a conversation with.
And oddly enough, it was over Japanese shit. So, it has come full circle. Jesus. So, I guess I will start, we'll start from the beginning. So, I guess where are you from? Because, Kat, you're from relatively the same area me and Kat are from, a suburb of a city.
Yep, suburb city, except more small town with only what was the population at the time? It was 2,000?
Yeah, so you had a much smaller town compared to me and Kat. I mean, me and Kat were a pretty small town, but you were
we were so small town that your small town was where everybody went to hang out.
Right.
Because there was nowhere to hang out in our small town.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
You were a little bit more rural, too. You had more... I don't know. I feel like you had more space out where you guys are. Just more long...
Well, yeah, there's... I want to say farms, but not really farms.
Just land.
Just
more land out on your part of the town.
Yeah. There wasn't really suburban... I don't know what you say, where it's houses, right?
You didn't really have developments. And honestly, your hub of your city was Main Street.
Yeah.
And that was it. You had nothing outside of Main Street. And that consisted of bars, gas stations, and some random off-beaten shops.
Yeah. Mainly bars. Pretty much just bars.
Right. So, relatively small. And one thing, your middle school and your high school were combined, right? So tell me, I don't know, how was your high school experience?
I enjoyed my high school experience, actually.
Okay. What kind of crowds did you roll with?
Well, we're a small town, so almost all of them.
Anyone that talked to me?
Anyone would say anything to me. That was great. But yeah, no, I kind of fit in with a bunch of different crowds. I had my jock friends. I had my nerd friends. I had my druggy friends.
But you yourself aren't into drugs or anything, no. And you yourself also weren't really into... I mean, you're athletic.
I'm athletic, but yeah, I didn't really... I did play tennis, and I tried football. I did basketball, like, through, like, middle school, and a bunch of... did baseball one time.
Oh, I didn't know you did baseball.
Was
that in high school?
No, that was, like, 6th grade.
Sure.
I think it was, like, the summer between 5th and 6th, like, some, like, summer league.
Okay. Yeah.
I did baseball a little bit in, like, elementary school, but I don't really count that. So
But,
that was kind of iffy.
But for not, like, participating, aside from tennis, because you did do tennis in high school, I don't know. I feel like you pick up sports so quickly. Like, you...
True.
You are strangely good at anything athletic. Well, not strangely, like... Oh my god, I can't believe he's good at it. But, like,
decent.
you can pick it up really quickly, and you can be an asset to any team if we just decided to do, like, a pickup volleyball or pickup kickball or t-ball. Well, not t-ball. It's softball. That's more I was thinking.
I guess, yeah, you could say I'm above average.
Right. But I think that's...
playing a sport.
I think that's kind of cool, though. I mean, seeing that you didn't really play sports in high school, but yet you're still...
It was always weird, because, yeah, I remember growing up, like, I was always, like, the lead person in the sports.
Right.
When I did basketball, soccer, did a little bit of that in elementary school. Like, I was always more skilled. And then just throughout my high school, like, just going, I did, like, nothing with sports.
Right. If you could go back, would you? Would you be more of an athlete? Or do you think you'd be like, meh? Or are you just not interested in sports?
My issue with sports is I don't have the win drive.
Okay.
I don't have that mentality where I want to win. I like the self-improvement. I like doing my own goals. Like, hey, I'm going to learn this new trick, this new shot, and then I work on that.
You like the training arc.
I like, yes. Yeah.
See, I can't relate because my entire life is dedicated to the win drive, so that is such a foreign concept to me.
No, that was like my main reason why I quit tennis was because of my coach. All he did once I hit varsity, it was win, win, win.
Right.
And we stopped doing normal practices. Instead of, you go to practice, for tennis, you hit the ball, you work on your forehand, your backhand, your serving. Instead, we just faced each other. We just did skirmishes.
Right.
The entire week leading up to the tournament on the weekend, which was usually a tournament on the weekend. Because that would be our placements.
Right.
And that's all we would do. And I'm like, no new shot to learn. Because I know I haven't learned all the moves yet.
Right.
Like, yeah, I could still use those skirmishes to improve on my accuracy and yada yada. But I just hated that because I felt bad for my opponent because I knew them. They were my friend. I didn't want to win against them.
You are such a kind soul.
Because I felt bad if I won.
Oh, God.
I would rather lose than let my friend lose.
That is such a bizarre concept. I can't even wrap my head around that.
So yeah, it didn't work out that well.
God. Okay. So, high school, overall, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Experience.
I had great. Had a lot of good friends. Had a lot of fun.
You met Kat.
Yep. Met my wife.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, that was a long pause. Kat, if you're listening.
Well, yes, it was nice. But just thinking back and going, man, that was such a weird experience.
Oh, elaborate. Why was it weird?
Honestly, I don't know what I was doing half the time.
Well, okay, so this was brought up in Kat's interview, but I'll bring it up in yours, because obviously you have a perspective of this. Kat was, like, your first real serious relationship, right? Like, you dated...
I dated one other, and that was, like, a few months before I met Kat. And, yeah, she was my serious, I guess. I guess I could say my ex was. I tried to make that serious. Like, I tried.
Did you hang out all the time?
Yeah.
Because I know you and Kat hung out.
I didn't hang out as much, but then again, she also lived an hour away from me.
I suppose.
So, being 16 and no job and have to rely on parents for gas,
yeah,
it was very rare for me because it would take almost a full tank of gas to get there and back.
Right.
And obviously, she didn't have a vehicle, so it was all up to me.
Wow.
So, it tried to make it serious, but yeah, I also learned that dating online isn't the best after that, too. Because that's how we met.
You met your ex online.
Yeah.
And then you met Kat and...
Through the mystical Bigfoot of MySpace.
Oh, God, MySpace. Oh, God, MySpace. Looking back, I am so ashamed of myself on MySpace. Like, I look at that person and I'm just like, oh, honey.
The only thing I liked was the fact that you could change your background to be whatever you wanted. And you could add the music to play.
Right, you can make it extremely personalized.
Like, it was super cool. But, oh, man, was that cringe.
Oh, so bad. I was such an edgy scene kid when MySpace was around. It was when I wore, like, eyeliner under my eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah, not a good look. And then I had, like, just Screamo, Broken Side on playing on... I was so weird, because I'd have, like, 2 Broken Side songs, and then an Owl City song, and then another Broken Side song. It was just so random.
What did I have? I had Owl City. I think I had, like, a Blink song. And, what was it? I can't remember. There's one more. I think I actually had a Screamo song on there, because that's when I was big into Screamo.
Right.
I absolutely hated it. But there were a few songs that were okay.
Oh, I was into it bad. It was so embarrassing.
Everybody else was into it bad. Like,
right.
Yeah, whenever I went and hung out with, basically where our 2 groups of friends mingled. Yeah. They were all big into Screamo.
Right. Because, we'll call him JC.
Okay, yeah.
JC is who got me into, like, Broken Side and Bring Me to the Horizon and all that stuff, and then that is oddly how I ended up at the bonfire where I met you, so I guess that all makes sense.
At ZC's bonfire.
Yeah, ZC's. There's JC and ZC.
Yep.
We also call, in case they come up, because I don't know, S might come up, but we call them S and H.
Okay.
So S might come up, because you roomed with S.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, you roomed with S. I know you were roommates with S. That is a fact. Don't act so confused. You,
oh, okay,
Kat,
yes.
S, all lived in a house. I don't know what's... What are you talking about?
I was thinking high school.
Oh, no.
So I was like...
Wait.
Who did I room
S as in my sister? I think we can say the word sister, Slay. I don't understand. Well, I guess, okay, speaking of sister, your family, you are the oldest.
Yep, I am the oldest. I have one sister.
And you guys pretty close?
Yeah. Not as close as today's because I rarely see her.
Distance-wise, though.
Yeah.
Not because you guys don't get along, though.
Yeah, no, we get along just fine.
Growing up, did you guys always get along?
Yeah, always.
How far apart are you guys in age?
2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And we always got along. It's very rare fights we ever got in as kids. Almost... I can think of like maybe 2 fights.
Did you guys have similar interests, or were you guys just your own people and you just happened to be...
Yeah, we had similar interests growing up.
Okay, well that helps.
So yeah, and the fact too, we used to move almost every 2 years growing up.
Oh, okay.
So, all I know is her for 6 months until school starts or something, and
right.
then we move.
Yeah, and then you move, and then you have to make all new friends,
yep.
But your sister's a constant, so you always know you can kind of rely on each other. I guess I can
and
see
she was
that.
big into Pokemon like me, and sports, and we both liked sports when we were kids. We always played basketball, and...
She's into soccer, though, right?
She's big into soccer, yeah.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, we always did stuff together when we were kids.
And So you guys moved because of your dad's job? Okay.
Yeah, my dad would usually, he'd get a new job and we'd move.
Get a new job, or his job sent him places?
New job.
New job? What does your dad do?
Electrician.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's always some new opportunity. And it's like, oh, all right, we're moving there. I think only once we moved because of my mom, I believe.
What does your mom do?
Teaches figure skating.
Oh, okay. I know she did that. I wasn't sure if she still does that.
No. She taught figure skating at your guys' high school.
Did she really?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Well, it wasn't through the school, but it was in the rink right next to the school.
Right.
Which is why I was there, like, all through, like, middle school during the summer and when I did tennis.
Right. Because the skate rink's right next to the tennis courts.
Yep. So I'd, like, go to my tennis lessons, and then once I was done, I'd just go hang out at the ice rink and cool off.
Were you ever in figure skating for any period of time?
Kind of. I was in the Learn to Skate.
Well, I don't necessarily.
Because my mom teaches figure skating and my dad did hockey.
Right.
And I always wanted to do hockey when I was little. Because like what my whole dad's side of the family does.
Right. Well, yeah.
And then, but my mom was like, no, he has to do the Learn to Skate because a lot of the basic moves with figure skating is all about the skate's edge work, your stopping, your kind of like agility.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the basic groundwork. And so she wanted me to get through that before going into hockey.
Right. I mean, learn. Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Makes sense.
And also it saves them a fortune instead of, having to buy skates every 2 years with whole new hockey gear. You just have to buy the skates.
Right. So you did not end up getting into hockey?
No, never did because, like I said, we moved every 2 years. So we moved 2 years. Well, it takes a while for my mom to start up her new skating lessons.
Right.
And then by the time she has that, I would be thrown in the Learn to Skate, but now it's for a different program.
Right.
And we don't know where to put me. And then we move. And then I grow out of my skates. By the time I get new skates, we move. We can't find them because they're packed away somewhere.
I mean, I guess you kind of...
And then I don't really pursue it because I was just a kid going like, oh, whatever.
Sure.
Trying all these things, so it's not like, yeah, I really want to do it. I forget because we're moving and so many things going on, so...
I was going to say, do you regret not getting into hockey or anything like that? But if you don't really have a super competitive outlook...
I don't have a super competitive, I'm not very aggressive, so I know I wouldn't have done that great. But my thing I've always relied on was my... I guess agility.
Yeah.
I like to maneuver.
Yeah.
That was always my thing too with tennis. I always liked to try and the only thing competitive was my outthinking my opponent.
Right.
By trying to do moves that would make my opponent waste energy or fake them out or something.
Well, I feel like that kind of works towards your advantage anyways, because, I mean, describing you were a taller, lankier guy, I would say. And so I think brute force probably would not be the way to go for winning.
I learned that so fast when I did football for freshman year of high school that my body was not cut out for just shoving and pushing.
I was going to say, you weren't going to steamroll anybody.
Nope. It'd basically be like a clothesline. If I ever tried to take somebody out, they took me out and they weren't even trying.
That's funny.
Yeah, my whole strategy I remember in football, because we had to play both offense and defense, and I just wanted to do offense because I'm like, I can't tackle. I can't tackle. I'd be like the kicker and just be like, if it comes to me, guys, we're screwed. So we had to be both offense and defense, so I had to be defense, and I hated it so much because everybody in high school did running plays. And I was, what are they called? Cornerback? No, not cornerback. Basically the person that's supposed to guard the wide receiver on the far ends.
Sure.
But if they do a running play, it's usually, you're running to one of the sides. Right. So if it's on my side, I'm usually the first one to be at them.
Right.
And my whole thing was just wrap and trip them up.
Right.
I would just basically fall to their legs and try and trip them to knock them down. Because I can't tackle.
Please Please stop moving.
Please.
Please fall over.
So basically, they'll just plow into me, and I'd just basically brace for impact. So I would like get a stance and then like kind of jump backwards as they're about to hit me.
Oh god.
To soften the blow, and then just wrap, like bear hug them, and hopefully get down to the legs where I could just trip them, squeeze and trip them.
Oh my god.
That was my only plan.
I would pay money to see that. That sounds hilarious.
It was horrible. I did get an interception though, my second game ever playing, which was
there
fun.
You go. Bravo.
But then that's also
Good
why
job,
they never pass. I'm like, if we did passing, I was decent, because I could cover my guy, I could keep up with them.
Right.
But yeah, if I ever had to tackle somebody, I was just no.
Right. So, I guess moving on to high school, did you? I guess leading up to that, did you have any pursuits? Did you know you wanted to go to college in high school right away? Because you ended up going to college.
Yep. Still am in college.
Yes. Yes. Still in college.
Still in college. Never ends. I had pursuits. I just didn't know what.
Couldn't nail anything down?
No. My original thought right out of high school was going into movie production.
Okay.
Film.
Yeah. I can see
Film
that.
production. Just because I did a lot of, I was in like the film club in high school, and I had a lot of fun. But it was very tough trying to find a place in Minnesota. Yeah. So, but I don't know. Basically, I just didn't do enough research, didn't do enough searching, and basically was like, I'll just go to the community college and do my generals.
Well, that's
And
not
then
necessarily a bad thing either.
Finally transferred up to a school because I changed my perspective and thinking about being a teacher instead. Because I was like, well, I could teach film in communications.
Oh, there you go.
And because I always liked the idea with the teaching was doing the fun projects. Because that's what I loved. I loved doing the fun projects in high school.
Right.
So like, I want you to create something, whether it's a slideshow or movie or
you liked
whatever.
You like just the creative aspect of entertainment. I feel like in general.
So I had a lot of fun with that, and I'm like, oh, that'd be so much cool, because I also like communication, because I like technology, too. Mm-hmm. And so that's what communication is, because it's all about the new technology, because that's what communication is becoming.
Right.
So I would love to try and intertwine the two.
Yeah, I could see you doing
and
something
get
like
kids
that.
to do that and whatnot, but, because honestly, like, I remember my one thought, because Vine was popular back then.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember like, oh, be a teacher, what could I do? I'm like, oh, I could have kids do a project and create a Vine.
Yeah.
That's communication. That's today's communication at that point.
I mean, social media is huge.
Social media is huge, and that's a huge communication tool right now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was talking to my sister, and she says that she doesn't even text anymore. She just snaps her friends. She just uses Snapchat.
Yes.
And that's insane to me.
Me
called
too.
her.
I
called her a
Snapchat.
Zoomer. I was like, that's so fucking Gen Z. I can't even.
I can't do the Snapchat because I'm always like, how do I get my face? Like, somebody will text me a thing, like, Snapchat me, and they'll be like, showing me this really, telling me a story, something, and all I want to say is cool.
Right.
Or, like, awesome. And I'm like, what face do I make for that? Like, I just want to respond going, that's cool. If I just give a stone look face, it looks like I'm not interested when I'm actually am. But if I do it interesting,
just like a smile and a thumbs up, like, eh.
I'm like, I don't know what to do.
That's hilarious.
So usually I just like black screen it. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that works.
Or take a picture of a pet. Just put the word cool.
Just someone's turtle. Cool.
Cool.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so that's what I thought about, and then I finally found a film program.
That up north, right?
Up north, yeah. Yep. So that's where I went to try and pursue teaching, which epically failed because I realized if you want to be a communications teacher, you have to be basically an English teacher.
Right.
And that is a lot of literature and reading, which I enjoy reading, but I hate reading old things. I don't like reading like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And
I get it.
I'm like contemporary literature.
Yeah. No,
and
I
everything
get it.
for the first semester was just past literature, English literature.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, that was painful.
Yeah.
I hated English in high school.
Yeah, that's a rough. Because you have to learn about the old stuff that influenced the new stuff,
Yeah.
so that's why you gotta read all the old crap that nobody fucking gives two shits about.
I'm like, oh, Dad, let's move on. Like, I get it for history-wise, but...
Right. Can't you just tell me in a presentation why this book is important, and so I don't actually have to read it?
Yeah. Oh,
Because I'm just gonna spark notes it anyways, teacher. Come on now. You might as well just tell me, because I'm
I
just
tried to do that
notes.
too, and it was still tough.
Well, some are so rough.
They were rough. But anyways, found another school up there that actually had a film program. I'm like, cool, I did that. I pursued it. I got basically up to like the last semester where I could get my, because they only went to like an associate's.
Okay.
So it was only a 2-year program. But then I realized I had to do internships. The only thing up north is a news station for an internship. I don't want to do news.
Right.
Not to mention, I needed to pay for myself to have a living.
Right.
Internships are free or below minimum wage.
Right.
And I had to do a whole semester of this, and that would have cut into my actual job that I was doing.
Yeah.
So I had to quit my job.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't afford that.
Yeah. Not when you're trying to live.
I'm like, how would I pay rent? How would I pay for food? And it wouldn't be possible.
Right.
Because that was also when minimum wage was still $8, I think.
Yeah.
So it was $6 to work the cameras. And I was like, yeah, that's not enough.
No.
So
you switched.
Yep. So I switched to nursing.
Nursing.
At that point.
Did you do any? You did semesters up north.
Yep.
And then found out that they did not transfer when you
Yep.
came
None of
down
my
here.
credits transferred. So, and also when I switched to nursing, none of my previous classes that I took, even my generals when I took the first year down towards the cities, none of that transferred.
How bizarre.
Yep. So, and then once I decided to pursue nursing, we moved back down to the cities after about a year. And none of my credits transferred, so I have to restart the whole what's it called?
Not pre-med.
No, prerequisitions?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the word?
Prereqs.
Can't think of the word. Yeah, prereqs. So, and that's what I've been stuck at for like the past 3 years.
So that's why school's been taking so long.
Yes.
It's because not from lack of school, but from lack of the system working in your favor.
Yeah. Because basically I took 2 specific courses. So even though they had journals in there, it doesn't count for the next course. So I'd have to retake my prereqs. And then stupidly, the school up north is a different program than the one down in the cities. So their prereqs don't qualify.
So
even though they're both community schools and run by the state.
Right. I guess different.
So,
I don't know. I don't know how any of that works.
I don't either. It was annoying, but there's nothing I can do about it. So just keep plugging away.
So you're still in school?
Yep, still in school.
For nursing. You want to be an RN?
Yep.
Are you going to bachelor's, right? You want to be a bachelor?
I would like to get my bachelor's, but we'll see for life.
BSRN?
Yeah. I think it's
Bachelor's of Science.
BSN. I think
BSN.
it's BSN.
BSN.
Is what
I
the
don't know.
correct term is. Bachelor of Science Nursing, I think.
I have no idea. Like, I mean, this is embarrassing because Bob is my husband, but I have no concept of the medical field in any capacity. So you could tell me that it's like it's FART, and I'd be like, oh yeah, it's your fart degree. Yeah. Like I have no fucking idea.
That sounds about right.
Like, well, I don't know. So still doing that.
Yep.
And you are actually working with Bob because Bob also is a nurse, and you guys are working at the same facility, but not the same building.
Yeah, we're under basically the same name, but I'm in the assisted living side,
right?
Where he's more on the nursing side,
right?
So he deals with the people who are close to dying. I deal with the
assholes.
Basically, people who can actually hold a conversation.
Oh God. So, How's that been going?
It's going all right.
Fine.
Yeah. Nothing. It's pretty nice. The only problem is it's newly built, so it was only built less than a year. So
and
they
anything
don't.
new has growing pains. So.
Yep. So it's the whole thing with management trying to figure out like what works, what doesn't work. They, trying to find, does this system work? Does this not? What do we need? What don't we need? So it's a lot of moving around, transitioning. A lot of people leaving because all of a sudden they have to take on a new task. Because we find out like, oh, hey, somebody needs to do this.
Yeah.
And so then they're like, well, this is too much work. I quit.
Right.
So there's a lot of people like just coming in and going.
Right.
Yeah.
And before you had this job, you had a similar job?
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea what you did before.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I just worked with people who had brain injuries.
Right.
So
but you did a lot more. I feel like you did a lot more with it. Like you drove them places. You ain't driving anybody here.
Yeah, no. That's because the previous job was, I went to their house. There was a house with like basically 4 of them living there, so almost apartment style, but a house.
Okay.
And then I took care of everybody in that house. And so if they needed transportation anywhere, I was that transportation too.
Gotcha.
So
did you have to grocery shop for them?
No.
Okay.
No, the company that they sent us.
But you had to cook for them.
Yeah, I had to cook for them, but they delivered the groceries.
Okay. I was just seeing how involved you had to be in these people's lives.
Yeah. So I just basically had to hang out with them, take them to appointments, give them their meds.
Sure.
That was about it.
What did you do before that? We're going through your job history now.
Oh, job history. All right. Before that was.
Didn't you work at Papa Murphy's or something? Was
Murphy's.
that right before that?
Right before I was working at people with the brain injury, so TBI is what they're called. So right before that, I worked with Papa Murphy's. I actually started at Papa Murphy's, and then worked there and at TBI at the same time, until I realized that they were so short-staffed that I could just pick up hours.
Oh, yeah.
And so instead of working 2 jobs, I could work full-time there and make more.
Right.
So that's how I got out of Papa Murphy's.
Because I remember you talking about taking cheese shots.
Yep. Papa Murphy's was pretty great. It was pretty fun.
Did you get...
Very simple job. Just make the pizzas.
Did you get free pizza?
We did.
Did you really?
We got 1 free pizza a week.
A week?
A week.
You got a free pizza a fucking week?
Yep.
Shit, man. I need to work at Papa Murphy's.
But that only lasted until we got new management. New management came in, and they were like, no.
No.
And then that's when I was like, do I need this job anymore?
No more free pizza. I'm out, man.
Well, we had because the building used to be like, I don't know, some other building. So there was like a little oven in the back.
Okay.
Papa Murphy's don't have ovens because you're not supposed to make them.
Because you're supposed to make them at home.
So Papa Murphy's kind of motto is, if you're working there, you get half off your pizza.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, well, that's great and all, but there was only an Arby's close by. So on my break, if I didn't bring a lunch, all I could do was go get Arby's.
Yeah.
But under the old management, before they took the oven away, I just used my 50% off, make myself a pizza and cook it and have it for lunch.
Right.
Save me so much money because they're already cheap because they're take and bakes, and then I just cooked it there.
Yeah.
50% off, and I was like, this is great.
Yeah. There you go.
And then they took the other way. It's like, well, I'm gonna use that 50% off for.
They hate joy. New management hates joy.
New management always hates joy. So they took that away, and it's like, cool, so I can use this 50% off to get an unbaked pizza. Now what do I do with it?
Yippee.
Yippee. Let me just stare at that. Maybe it'll cook itself. I'll go put it in my dashboard of my car on a really hot day. Hopefully
just put it in your car on a hot day. Maybe it'll be cooked by the time your shift ends.
Maybe.
Oh, God. Just imagine you going out there with your pizza, just cleaning up your dash. Bake, little pizza, bake.
You can do it. Hopefully it reaches 425 degrees.
Like how you still know that. 425.
425.
Preheat your ovens, kids.
Yep.
God, now I want pizza.
Oh.
This was a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, the worst thing about the free pizza is we got anything free. We just had to write it down what we put on the pizza. So anything.
Oh.
And many toppings as we want.
Wow.
So I'd always make the stuffed pizzas.
Ah. Working that system.
Working that system.
I mean, take everything you can.
That's pretty much.
Take everything you can.
I'll make the stuffed pizzas. It'll last me like 3 days.
They're corporate. They have no souls.
Yep. But but then before Papa Murphy's I worked at Target Mobile.
Okay.
Which was like, I don't know, like a startup company merged with Target to sell cell phones.
Oh, I did not know that.
It did not last long.
Well, it's been very successful.
I don't
What'd
think
you
so.
do? What'd you do there?
You just sold cell phones.
That's
That
it?
was like
You just,
AT&T, Sprint, or
was
Verizon.
Did you sell it at Target?
Yep.
Okay, you sold it at Target. You
At
just sold
Target.
Cell phones.
And yeah, we sold all 3 carriers.
Okay. How strange.
Yeah. It was a very weird job. Also, I was at that point in life where, I just went up north for college, so it was my first away from home college.
Gotcha.
So my attendance wasn't too great.
Way to go.
There's a lot of parties.
Well, it's
And you have to get up at like 7 in the morning.
a reasonable hour, Cal.
It's just too hard.
Okay. So was that your first job? Was Target?
My first job ever was working at a bowling alley.
Oh, that's right. You worked
in high school.
in your hometown.
Yep.
That's right.
My hometown, we had a bowling alley, and I got a job there working basically a cashier's position. Though we were called pin chasers because we had to go do minor fixes with the machines if
just hit it a couple times.
Pretty much.
Did that work?
No, a pin gets stuck. You have to get it out of the machine so it can keep running, or if a ball's stuck in the back, try and get it out.
Sure.
And then just running the cash register.
Gotcha.
And eventually, once I became 18, became a waiter there. And then
serve that booze.
That place shut down. Because I remember one day, a customer, because I was waiting, they wanted just a Bud Light in a bottle.
Yep. So
I'm like, all right, cool, let me go get that. Huh, there's none here. Well, do you want it on tap? Because we have it on tap. He's like, sure. Oh, the tap. The keg must be empty. I'll just go replace it.
All right.
Go swap it. Go upstairs, open up the big refrigerator thing where they store all the cold food and stuff, and it's just empty.
Great. Oh, I can run to the liquor store that's down the street.
That is illegal.
Well, they didn't need to know that.
Exactly. Well, that's what they were doing, I found out.
Oh, they were just
So I had to go to the bar
store.
side and be like, so this guy was a bud and we're apparently out of everything, and he just pulls one out that I still see the price tag from the liquor store.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Ooh, so I'm like, yeah, I need to start looking for a new job.
God, that's
and
hilarious.
so it was around Christmas time. I think it was November or something. And so I just went and applied to Target and got a seasonal backroom storage job. And then, a week later, the bowling alley closed down.
Well, good on you for GTFO.
The crazy thing is they didn't tell any employees until 3 days before they closed down.
That's insane.
That's what I was... Oh, that was...
Well, that's kind of fucked up, because it's we're, that entire time where you could have been finding a new job? Ha ha ha, jokes.
Jokes at you. We did have, some pre-notions that was closing out, I remember. Because I remember getting a text from boss going, hey, don't cash this check right away yet.
Oh, God.
So there was some, some heads up, kind of.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very reputable.
Yeah, no. That was just very bad. And so then, I got to Target, work seasonal. They said, hey, you're a good worker. You want to stay on full time? And I was like, oh, sure. And so then I worked Target. When I moved up north, I was talking to one of these salesmen in electronics. He's like, yeah, they're opening up a new mobile thing up there. Well, I'll put your name in, and that's how I got that job.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, that's how everything came full circle. Kind of. That's how everything happened.
Yes. Reverse order of events.
Yes, reverse order.
From current to past.
Man, that'd be confusing to follow.
So, well, not really. Bowling alley, Target Mobile, Papa Murphy's, TBI, and what are you, a nurse's assistant? What's your title?
Yeah.
What's your title? CNA.
Certified nurse's assistant. So
NA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So I guess we can switch gears since we talked about all, the classic interview things about
All
your
that
past
classic.
and
All
your
the
life.
past.
Unless there's anything you want to add.
No,
Not really.
it's probably a lot, but
So I guess we can dive into Awko, the personality we see before us, which I think. So what are some of your interests you got there?
my interests.
Yeah.
Well, first off, anime.
Yep.
Secondly, video games.
Yep.
Love that. Like I said before, technology. I love working on anything that's new with technology. So learning about new phones, computers. I built my own computer, which was a ton of fun. Didn't program it because I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
Like actually the startup of it, I had to have like 2 friends come help me out with that because I was above my head.
So you're like a hardware guy, not necessarily
Yeah.
a software guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Once I got to the software stuff, I tried myself looking at the manual, and basically they're like, if you get this error, it can mean this, or this. I'm like, well, that doesn't help me.
I know none of this, so
I know none of this. I know how to fix 2 of those things, and so basically if I do that and that doesn't fix it,
I throw it away.
Time to burn it. So, I don't know, that's kind of my interests.
So what video games are you playing currently?
Currently right now, Days Gone, I'm playing. It's a zombie survival.
Mm-hmm.
I do love the zombie games, even though I hate them at the same time because I don't like horror.
I was going to say, do you play horror games usually?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I have to, premeditate for them.
Because that's another way we're kindred spirits. We both watch scary movies through our fingers.
Yes. Yeah, I just get too, involved.
You get, you're easily submerged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get submerged into the show and everything, and then, it just gets... Because, I don't know when the scary thing's going to happen. You can tell because the music gets quiet.
It builds the intensity.
Yeah, you can feel it happening, and it still gets me every time.
Right. So, did you ever finish Hollow Knight?
Yeah.
You did finish Hollow Knight?
I did finish Hollow Knight.
Did you finish everything in Hollow Knight?
No.
I was going to say.
No. Oh, those missions were too tough.
There's a lot of hours that you can pour into that game.
There's so many. It got to the point where you needed to have, a ton of skill.
Right.
To complete some of those stuff, and I'm just like...
That game is hard. It is a hard... Well, it is not an easy game.
No.
And it does not really push you in any directions. It just plops you down and is like, figure it out. Which, I mean, is kind of nice when you're just trying to, play through something. It's just kind of nice to be like, okay, I can
I do enjoy those games. So it's the same, with any RPG, RPG type of game. They plop you in and you just kind of go, well, you can either choose to do the main story or you can just kind of go off and do your own thing.
Right.
Which is great. But usually I get sucked into the main story. And then
right.
next thing I know the game's over, I'm like, oh, I can't do any of those side missions because I'm past that point.
Right.
But, so playing that, I do also like the competitiveness of video games.
So you are competitive in video games?
Well, yes. A little bit. I think it helps because I know I don't see the person I'm facing.
Ah, there it is.
I don't see their reactions. I don't see their issues.
Do you play with teams more? Do you play solo more?
I like to play with teams more.
Okay.
I used to be more of a solo person, but now as more team-based games are coming out, I really do like that aspect. My only issue is I don't have the time or the people to play teams.
Right.
So, there's Overwatch, League of Legends, there's Apex Legends. All those are very heavily team-based. You need to work together.
Right.
And so it really sucks playing solo.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But all my friends who play, I don't have enough for a team. Or if I do, we have such conflicting schedules that we can't actually all be on at the same time.
Gotcha.
And other than, the rarity of that happening, which when it does, it's amazing, and I love it so much. But I guess I need to have more friends. So I have more options.
Oh, sad. I need more friends.
I need more friends.
Sad. So, you're also playing Pokemon Go.
Yes.
That is a video game.
Yes, big into Pokemon Go.
Mobile game.
Mobile game, yeah. Big into that.
You've been to the big meetups a couple times? The one in Chicago?
Like the fest, only been there once.
Oh, okay.
Because it's only happened twice. The third one's happening this year, which I don't think I'll get tickets to. I really want to go again because it was a ton of fun. Really enjoyed it. It was super fun. There's so much stuff going on. The whole park was decorated, and you didn't even have to have tickets to go. You just wouldn't be able to play the game.
Right.
So people could actually walk in and like enjoy the scenery and just people
pretty.
watch.
Pretty, yeah.
So it's super fun.
People watch all the weebs fucking spin in their Pokestops.
Well, it was just really cool because you'd see, I would literally see entire families playing.
Oh,
yeah, the mom, the dad, and then the kids.
Yeah.
All walking around with their little Pikachu hats, playing the game.
That's adorable.
And then the kids,
How wholesome.
Yelling like, "Oh, there's one over here!" They're running off.
That's adorable.
That was really cool to see. And also, like, you see like the two elderly couple playing, grandpa and grandma. You're like, can they even work the phone? Right. Because I know my grandparents couldn't.
No.
But yeah, so super big into that.
You're into Pokemon in general, though.
That in general, yes.
What was your first Pokemon game? Were you red or blue?
Blue.
You were blue? Gotcha.
Yep. I was Team Squirtle.
Team Squirtle. Was that your starter?
Yeah. That was my starter.
I have to pick Squirtle because I'm playing blue, Mom. God.
Yep. I know. Although I liked all of the starters, I was pretty equal with that, but if I had to pick one, it would be Squirtle.
Favorite Pokemon ever? Go.
Pikachu.
Oh my basic bitch.
Yep.
He's a classic, though.
I like so many, but the one that sticks out every time is Pikachu.
He's pretty adorable.
Even though, honestly, I don't like... It's not like my main one I have on my team.
Well, he's still adorable.
But it's still adorable.
Are you going to go... Did you see... Is that come out yet? Detective Pikachu?
May 11th. Gotta get tickets.
Are you going to go see it?
Yes,
Obviously.
Obviously. They're finally... They're not quite there, but they're getting to the adult audience.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they make a... I can't remember if this is PG-13. I think it's PG-13, actually. Detective Pikachu. Or is it just PG?
I don't remember. Honestly, I saw it, I said, this looks terrible, and I flipped away.
Ryan Reynolds.
No, he is not... That bothers me, that he is
That's
Pikachu. He does not strike me as Pikachu ever. He is
is
Deadpool in my head. He can't be both.
He can be both.
He can't be both.
He can be both. Oh. And he is both. And he has the dream job to play Deadpool and Pikachu.
Oh, God.
Oh.
And is married to Blake Lively.
True.
What a man. He lived it all.
He lived it all. He can die and he'd be happy.
What was I going to say? Oh, I lost my train of thought. We got on.
Pokemon.
It had to do with movies, and I don't remember.
Movies.
I don't remember, so we can just move on.
Yep.
So I guess, what anime are you watching currently?
Everything.
You are all on that seasonal anime boat.
Yep. I am always on the seasonal.
Did you watch Gigic's new video on spring anime in a nutshell?
I don't think so. I'll be doing that right after this. I will be watching that right after
Pretty
this.
good. So I guess if you had to recommend, what would you recommend?
That one's tough.
For seasonal anime.
Oh, for seasonal.
What's on your radar for either what is currently airing? Although I feel like everything's wrapping up.
Yeah, pretty much everything's wrapping up. The only thing that started is Fruits Basket. Attack on Titan just started.
Right.
And
did you watch the original Fruits
Demon
Basket?
Slayer, and that's pretty decent, I guess. That'd be one I'd recommend right now.
I saw that intrigued me. If it's anything like Goblin Slayer, though, I'm shutting that off immediately.
No, it's not.
It's
like a lesser Dororo.
Okay.
But just slightly different. Kind of more more shonen.
Okay, I got you. I mean, Dodo's a little shonen.
There's a little bit more. They have like special abilities.
Did you watch the original Fruits Basket? Of course you did.
I did. Yep.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. That was back in my day when I had a 3DS and I had Netflix, and that's all I could watch was anime on there, and it was on there.
Oh, well, those were the days.
Oh, staying up till like 1 a.m. watching anime.
Do you have a top 5 or a 3x3?
Top 5 anime?
Yeah, top 5 ever, all time. The listeners are dying to know.
Okay, My Hero. I don't know where these would place in the top 5.
Within them, but they're on there.
Yep.
They're on there. You don't
definitely
need to rank
My Hero Academia. My Hero, Konosuba.
Okay.
I feel like I have to just throw Naruto in it because I've watched it from the beginning.
Don't be ashamed. Say it with pride. You like it.
Well,
this gets points.
I did. You know, yeah. No, I
It
liked
got
it.
you. What?
I liked
okay.
it, and I liked the ending.
Okay, before you finish your list, what got you into anime? What was your entry point?
My entry point was...
Because, I mean, there's a classic DBZ.
Yep. Well, it had
Stuff
to be...
like
well,
that.
If you count Pokemon as anime, it'd be that.
Well,
that's
yes.
also where I started.
But also at the time, Pokemon was probably also mine, but I didn't consider it an anime.
No.
So...
then it would be DBZ.
DBZ probably got you into it?
Dragon Ball Z, yep.
Okay.
Because I remember watching at the same time as Pokemon.
Gotcha.
That's kind of what started it. It was more so like I was on Cartoon Network. Hey, this is a cool show.
Oh,
watch
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand anime until
Did you
high
watch that,
school.
like, Toonami shit?
Yep.
Yep.
The
Yeah,
Toonami.
Toonami. I was all about
Oh.
Toonami.
Toonami was the best.
Staying
But
up
yeah,
late.
so yeah, like I watched that, Bleach, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day. But I didn't understand that was anime, really. It was more like, hey, look at this cool show. I'm a kid. This is
Gotcha.
awesome. But it wasn't until high school where I really got into it from... Because, I also watched Naruto on Toonami.
Yeah.
That was also on there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until high school when I went back into it going, oh my gosh, Naruto has like 400 episodes?
Yeah.
I remember he had a fox in them.
Yeah.
Did that ever get resolved?
Right. Did that get resolved?
Did they ever address that finally?
That's hilarious.
And so that's what basically I started watching Naruto and then got just hooked on it.
And then it exploded.
And then, because I watched that, One Piece, because it was the same thing with One Piece, like, oh my gosh, there's like 400 episodes of this too. Like,
Did they find One Piece?
did they finally
No.
find One Piece?
No, they didn't. If
Almost
you were
1,000 episodes later, no.
You were wondering.
But, yeah, so that's basically how it got me hooked. I was bored one summer, because I had like nothing to do. And I'm just like, I came across it, just being on the internet. I'm like, oh, where did this story ever go? And then that sucked me in. I watched that, Bleach, I watched all the big shonens at the time.
Right.
And then I just got hooked. And then, because once I caught up with those, I was like, what do I watch now? And then it's like, has the recommendations. And I'm like, okay.
All right.
Wow,
Here's the rabbit hole.
Yep, here's this 12 seasonal one. That's really good.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So then I started like going into like Darker Than Black and
All that. Yeah.
all those Psychopaths, there we go. That's what it was called. Watching that, and it wasn't until college. College is actually what like I dove like head first.
Yeah.
Because that's when my friend showed me a free site. Because before I was just watching it off of
Whatever you could find.
what I could find for free.
Yeah.
And which was like, here's some couple episodes on Toonami. Oh, here's what Netflix has.
Yeah.
Because Netflix finally did the streaming, and I finally had an account. And then my buddy showed me the free site that had everything. And then, my life disappeared after that.
Yeah.
So I could just watch everything. I could actually watch it in order. And
Yeah.
yeah, I have
For a lot of hours.
a lot of hours. I want to say I've almost watched almost 200 different shows.
I'm not surprised. We've had many a conversation.
Yes.
So we both know the extent of... Oh, God. So, My Hero.
My Hero,
Naruto.
Naruto, Konosuba. I have to say Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
That technically would be the start of it all. Plus,
And
I do enjoy it.
And what's filling that final spot?
Final spot would have to be... What's one that really moved? I'll go One Piece.
Very nice. So you're a big shonen guy. You're a big fighting action guy.
I love the underdog stories.
Yeah. I mean,
I enjoy those a lot.
I also enjoy. My top 5 consists of
those are my, I don't know, weakness.
Shonen trash.
Yep.
Very well in that garbage can.
Though, I have to say the isekai genre is
it's winning over your heart, man. You love your isekai.
Yep. Oh, I forgot to put... Oh, see, there's so many. I also have to put Sword Art Online on there, too, because I loved the first season so much. But it's gotten so bad that I still watch it because I loved it so much.
You can't see it because this is all audio, but I'm giving him a really stinky face.
Slay hates it.
I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. Like, I don't despise it and think it's the worst thing ever. Do I think it is amazing? No.
See, for me, it hits me on 2 levels. Underdog and it's video games.
No, I get why people like it.
So, that hit me on 2 levels, and that's why I loved it so much. Not to mention, it's also one of the only animes that the relationship ever gets somewhere.
That is true. That is true.
Because usually you don't get anywhere till the end, and then it's usually just holding hands.
Right.
Like this relationship actually
Kirito,
goes somewhere.
fuck that bitch. In Aincrad.
He got
that ass.
He got it.
Okay. Well, we only got a couple minutes left.
Yep.
Is there anything you'd like to touch on before we sign off?
I think that's pretty much everything.
Any deep dark secrets you want to... Oh! What are your 3? So, I told last time I had Kat say the 3 fictional characters that make up her personality, and I have to ask you the same thing. 3 fictional characters that make up your personality.
Characters. Okay. So, Goku.
Goku, okay? Because you're a muscular badass.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Goku, because he is oblivious to everything.
But he's happy-go-lucky.
I
like that.
And that's where
I see that.
I basically, any happy-go-lucky, so Goku... I want to say Naruto.
Happy-go-lucky.
But he's happy-go-lucky. Yeah, pretty much any happy-go-lucky character.
Okay.
Or also you could go with the side character that doesn't understand what anything's going on.
Okay, so we have Goku and Naruto as your happy-go-lucky, generally good guy. And then, what is your side character comic relief?
Side character comic relief would be... trying to think of, like... All I can think of is Cat last saying Joxer.
Joxer from Xena. Perfect. So maybe not completely, but the idea of him.
Yeah. Comic relief.
Aqua.
No, but it's I'm thinking from Avatar: Last Airbender.
Zuko?
Not Zuko.
No.
Oh my god.
Why am I blanking?
I'm blanking it too.
Sokka. I started with
the
S, but then I ended with Zuko, so it was like Zuko. I was like, well, that's not even a name in Airbender. So I was like, well, who? Okay.
I kept going Soraka, and I'm like, Soraka.
We were both fucked up there. That's another thing me and Awko have in common. Neither of us can speak English.
Nope.
At all. We make up words. We jumble our words. We say words incorrectly. So throughout this podcast, you're going to have a blast with that. Because we cannot speak English.
I cannot, no. I like to blame it that English is my second language.
Yeah, but you don't remember your
No.
first language, so that doesn't help. Well, real quick, where are you from? What is your first language and why? Why is that?
Technically, first language would be Swedish, because my dad
is from Sweden.
Is from Sweden.
Yes.
My mom is not.
Hence why they live here.
Yeah, that's why I live in the U.S. And when I was growing up, I picked up Swedish first. My dad used to speak it more fluently around the house since my mom could actually understand it and also speak it. But then my grandma came to live with us, and she doesn't speak any. My grandma from my mom's side.
Gotcha.
And she felt it was, kind of rude, not that I couldn't understand her.
Right.
So then they dropped speaking Swedish around the house, and then I picked up English.
Gotcha.
So I couldn't actually speak Swedish, in a sense. I could understand it, though, because I was at that age.
Yeah.
I could say a few words, but I could fully understand it. Like, they'd tell me to go get the ball in Swedish, and I would go get the ball.
Right.
But, I couldn't really speak.
Alright.
But, yeah, so.
Well, this was Awko's interview on the Drosscast. I hope we all learned something new. I learned something new. That's why I thought this was going to be a real interview, because, I said, learned some new things. So, last we have Bob, my husband, so stay tuned to listen to us bicker the entire podcast. All right. Well, signing off. See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.